This is the epitome of a good physique. Shawn Ray is the top of the very top. The greatest physique of all time. Like a Greek god etched out of stone. Could you imagine in the depths of your very mind a greater physique? I think not. Shawn Ray was classic before classic physique existed. And today, we're going to do a comparison between him and Mike Sommerfeld. So what do you think about that? It is a fan request, of course. Mike Sommerfeld currently ranks number 1 in the men's classic physique division, I would suggest. And if you've ever wanted to look at the ranking of a division, it would be classic physique, considering the champion, who's not ranked, he is the champion, Chris Bumstead's gone. So who's ranked number 1? Well, who placed second at the Olympia? Mike Sommerfeld. What a good matchup between Shawn Ray. This picture of Shawn sucks. And I'm sure Shawn would be the first to admit to you guys. And this is a good version too here in 94. Just terrible. Terrible. Here's 97, just a couple of years later, and the picture quality, much, much better. Zooming right in there on his grill. Handsome fella, wouldn't he? I mean, I'm not, sing, but Shawn Ray, his statuesque face matched his physique. It really did. I mean, could you imagine if Shawn Ray looked just like Gene Kaninsky? You think he would have been as successful? Or there was another one too, Schnitzky or something of that nature. There was Gene Schnitzky and the other guy there. You guys know who I'm talking about. But anyway, Shawn Ray, he just has a nicer physique than Mike Sommerfeld. Sommerfeld might be winning on the wheels. He looks incredible in the midsection as well. Just Shawn is a different creature. Midsection, this is pure perfection. It really is pure. Here's the front lat spread. Whenever I didn't smell something that I didn't agree with. That's what that noise you make. That's a natural noise. I wonder who the first person, a caveman. Poof. I think it's just a natural. I think since we've been humaning, we've been making that noise. But anyway, this is 94, just in case you geniosos were wondering. But Max Morisols, why not show 1994? Well, because the pictures look like this. Here's 97. Another excellent version of Shawn Ray. Has he ever brought a bad version? Look at the midsection on this man. Can you imagine? Like I said, deep in your minds, you can't draw a better physique. Sommerfeld has that tiny little wee waistline. You can definitely tell he's good. Probably has a smaller waistline than Shawn Ray. Wheels are good too. Shawn has a massive set of quads. He was competing against the big boys after all. Is the angle of the shot that makes Shawn look so good, or is it just the fact that he did look good? 97 in the front lat spread. Better than all of the other years, I can tell you that. Turn to the side. Not the best shot. Not the best pose for Shawn Ray. Doesn't really have a weak one, but I guess the side chest would be it. Condition looks good, though. Look at that thin skin. He has modern day type condition. That is great, Shawn. That's just great. Is this the version of Shawn that he's wearing a wig? He just put a little wig on top. And then he was bald the next year, I think. So if this is 94, no, I think maybe the wig was 95. And he came in bald in 96. So he could have had a wig here. Possibly, hey, no worse than what they're all doing today is getting their hair plugs. You get their hair plugs and they post it on their... It's obvious, too. They put their hairlines down way too low. You guys notice that? Here's the side tricep, and this is 96. And like I guessed, he came in this year. Yeah, he was peeled all right. But he was also bald. And I believe he remained so. for the rest of his career. And still, when he does those little podcasts with Bob Ciccarello, shout out to the voice of bodybuilding. Hi, my name is Bob. Blah, 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 blah. I'm just joking, Bob. We love you. We love you. But, yeah, he remained bald. Bob still a full head of hair. So, you can't judge the side tricep. Mike Sommerfeld's facing forward. So, talked right through that one anyway. Here's the back. Ray, little narrow. I have to admit. I have to agree with Dorian Yates himself. I believe he says Shawn Ray was a little narrow from behind. Now he has, speaking of a little behind, he has some glutes there. Striated to a T. The pictures from 94 here, not the best of this rear lat spread, I can tell you that. Rated at the shoot. But I do think that he does. Ray? Kojak do got a wig on. Ray? Here's 95. Now, this is a better back, I think. No, he was better than 94, right? It's just a better picture. I think it's a better picture. And what the heck? Here's 96. Much like 94, on paper, this is his best version. But I think it had to do with the competition, who was coming in just say 80%, your Kevin Lavronis, your Nasser Olsen bodies. Because when those guys were on, Shawn was in trouble. 96, the picture quality sucks, first of all. Does Shawn Ray, the legend himself, no justice? Here's the back double. And I'm not even going to call this one. Let's just sit back and enjoy. No, I can't do that. You know I can't do that. Shawn Ray, his back. This is a beautiful rear double bi. When talking aesthetics in the front double bis, things of that nature, you kind of write that word off in the back shots, but I'm here to tell you. I was placed on this earth to let you guys, gals, everybody in between know that this is what an aesthetically pleasing back double bi looks like. And the conditioning is better than it would seem in those other pictures. The guy's got glutes that rival second place in the men's classic physique division. Telling you right now, Mike Sommerfeld. He would be in trouble. Shawn Ray would be ranked number 1. He'd have placed first or second. No, he'd have got first. He'd have beat Bumstead. Bumstead wouldn't even be a thing. We'd be talking Ray. For sure. Here's the abs and thigh. And I've said it time and time again. The guys from the 90s just had different types of guts. Their midsections were dreams wrapped in blankets. Not all of them, but most of them had pretty good six-packs. Midsections. They weren't blown out. Maybe it was something they're taking today, and they were not yesteryear, back in the early 90s, mid-90s. But Mike Sommerfeld, you compare him with anybody today, and he's got just as good set of abs as any of them guys. But you think with the classic physique division, you'd see a better set of abs by now, or ones that were just as good as guys like Shawn Ray. But you just don't see it. Shawn Ray had that quality. Awesome. Probably the very best of his time. Was it the best, though? Who was the best back then in the abs and thigh pose? I think it had to do with these two fellers. Oh, I think Lee Priest. I think that he definitely could maybe beat Shawn Ray. I think if there's not going to be any pose between these two dudes, that Lee was going to beat Shawn Ray in, it would be the abs and thigh. And that's funny because it's Ray's best pose. So he had to have been a thorn in his side. Ray, him thinking, I'm going to beat everybody. I'm going to beat them all. I'm going to beat them in the abs and thigh especially. And then Lee Priest comes up from down under. And he just pulls this in a better set of quads, I might add. Probably. So, yeah. Yeah, see? 1997 here. Good little showdown between these two dudes. Finish this one off with the most muscular. And an ultimate respect here for Shawn Ray. I'm sure most, if not everybody, can agree that he has little to zero weak points. He is one of the most aesthetically pleasing physiques of all time. And for an aesthetic bodybuilder, he probably has the most amount of muscle. So he's got a good amount of muscularity as well. So a total package is Shawn Ray. And trust me, he realizes all of this, I do believe. I mean, you hear the guy talk, and he understands how good he was. He knows. He's not what you would call overly modest. But you know what? He's Shawn Ray. You either like him or you don't listen to him. Or you do listen to him and you don't like him, which I never understood. A lot of people that don't like him listen to him, I guess. I like him. I listen to him. Anyway, Shawn Ray, for all intents and purposes, gets a victory over Mike Sommerfeld. It's actually pretty close, guys. But I'm sure Shawn Ray himself would tell you there's no way Mike Sommerfeld is beating me. That's what he would say. So, Shawn Ray wins. Mike Sommerfeld, he's good too. He's very good. He could be the next Mr. Olympia champion. Classic Physique Division Olympia champion. Have a great one.